wrestling is good.
Why do you do that?
Why not?
It's fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald right here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's episode of Spot Show live stream. Appreciate everybody tuning in. This little live stream here where we talk about a couple of news points and shoot the breeze about today's wrestling. Still trying to get comfortable here. It's like, I don't know if it's me or the hat's somewhat crooked. I still blame the mailman. Anyway, like I said, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Been a hell of a week this week. Again, if you won't mind, keep the Hopkins family in your thoughts. That's my supervisor, David Hopkins. He had another stroke this past weekend, but good news is he was able to go home yesterday. So I think he went in Sunday and got to come home today. So that's a little bit of good news. So anyway, yeah, a few things to get to today in the sport of professional wrestling. As you see, I'm still on location in Dashing Duncan, South Carolina, staying at the humble Hampton Inn. So yeah, I do got neighbors because I hear them. So hopefully I don't hear me that much. What's up, Joe? How's your week been? But anyway, so yeah, if you're watching this live, join me in the chat. Give your 2 cents opinion on anything I talked about this evening, because that's what I'm doing. Give my 2 cent opinion. That's what wrestling fandom is all about. Any kind of fandom, really. Being able to talk to friends or in today's case, everybody likes to try this YouTube thing or social media thing to give your 2 cent opinions, whether it be on Twitter, Facebook, and whatnot. So yeah, chat's open. Give me your opinions. We'll shoot the breeze about that. And if you like hearing me talk about my opinions and all that good stuff, click that thumbs up button. Lets me know you like it. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you're not yet, be a champ, click on that subscribe button. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, don't forget that notification bell. That way, anytime I release new content, you will know about it. That way, you can go ahead and watch it. Let's see. And of course, if you're not watching me live, you're watching this on the replay. Hey, you still leave your comments, or like I said, if you don't have a comment, you still say hello. Nothing wrong with being nice. That's what people tell me. There's nothing wrong with being nice. Why can't you be nicer? I don't know. Anyway, joking. Yeah, sorry to hear about that. Yeah, it's man. I mean, I don't mean to talk about other people that other people don't know personal stuff, but why can't I do that all the time anyway? It's a shoot the breeze. But yeah, it's the same supervisor who last Christmas had quadruple bypass. 2 years before that, I believe, he had a mini stroke. So yeah, anytime you're stressful, folks, take a breather. Just take a break, whether it's 5 minutes. I know work can be difficult. Kind of just If you're off on the weekends or whatever, or you got days off, just chill, relax, decompress. Um, Home life, it can be depressing too. Sometimes you just, I mean, don't leave for a few. Don't do the I'm going for smokes and scratch offs and never come back or anything like that. Just step outside, walk around. You know, it's you um, just relax a little bit. Take that time to relax, decompress. Um, Also, don't be smoking a lot of cigarettes. Give those up. Uh, I think when I took the health class while I was in school, um, one thing it said, I think 2 or 3 cups of coffee is fine. Just don't drink coffee like it's water and energy drinks. Don't drink those like they're water either. So yeah, cigarettes, fried food, stuff like that. Anything that you know, basically just Google it. Ways to prevent um, strokes and stuff like that. Uh, I know stress is one of them. And your diet is included in that too. So yeah, pay attention to that, and maybe you won't be a stroke victim because it's right here. It'll tell you it ain't fun. It's not fun. It don't sound. Uh, that's just plain like I never had one. Never had any heart attacks. Never even, knock on wood, never had to take a ambulance ride to the ER. So I'm knocking on wood for that. Hopefully, I won't have to be doing that anytime soon. So uh, that's all that stuff. It don't sound fun. Don't sound glamorous at all. So uh, anything that doesn't sound fun, stay away from. So so you folks out there listening, you listen to it this far. That's my best advice. Uh, Try and decompress when you can. And kind of, I mean, I'm not a beacon of health or anything as far as diets. Um, so, but yeah, I think need to start working on that a little bit more than I do. But hey, this ain't, you know, you're not watching this show to talk about health and exercise or anything like that. Because people definitely won't look at me, you'd be like, okay, this is the wrong guy to be taking health tips from. It's kind of like asking me for relationship tips. People do, believe it or not. Okay, they don't ask me for health tips, but they'll. I've had people ask me for relationship advice. I just look all crooked today. Could be just me. Anyway, Karen Pool, hey, hello. And I try. Well, I guess purple. I try to get purple Gatorade for this week, but Publix didn't have any. But so I had to go stick with the orange. And yes, this is Gatorade Zero. What do you think? What are you doing? Gatorade Zero. Actually, a couple years ago, I did a keto diet. Did pretty good at it. I haven't really gained it back. Um, I mean, I fluctuate between 240, 250, but I was close to 300 pounds before I did a keto diet. We're talking at the time, I was floating around 275, 285. So when I first did it, I did really good. I mean, I was strict at it. Then, of course, like all diets, you kind of loosen up a little bit. But and of course, the whole COVID thing happened, and Uh, after 2 weeks of eating bologna and tuna, yeah, I was like, well, let's lay off this a little bit, but I never went back on it. So I need to. I keep telling myself I need to get back on it, but never get the opportunity, especially when you work out of town. Um, but I did keep some of the habits. Usually, when I go to restaurants now, I'll have water, uh, Gatorades. I'll drink Gatorade Zero instead of regular Gatorade. Of course, water during the day anyway. Usually maybe one soda a day, uh, if that. But lately, I don't know. Lately, I've been kind of on this root beer thing. I like Park's root beer. And of course, if you join me for Wrestling Gold Friday night, I usually drink a good old Friday beer with everybody. So, uh, anyway, enough about me. Let's get in some wrestling talk here. Let's start off with the game. Yes, first person announced for this year's class, 2025 class of the WWE Hall of Fame, Paul Triple H Levesque. Uh, yes, he's already a member uh, as part of the Generation X. Yeah, that's a group though. I know somebody on the chat's going want to put their 2 cents on this, but that was him part of the group, kind of like Ric Flair with the Horseman, Booker T with Harlem Heat, and who else? Yeah, Bret Hart with the Hart Foundation, Ric Flair with the Horseman. Uh, so yes, this will kind of make him a two-time Hall of Famer, but this is for his singles career uh, as Triple H. Uh, not to hurt him to be. Gosh, I'm sitting there thinking about this when I first heard it. I'm like, what's it? Early '90s WCW. You gotta think they had Mick Foley, um, Steve Austin, Triple H, Kevin Nash for a spell, uh, Scott Hall. They was calling him the Diamond Stud. They had all these guys. Hell, they had Mark Callis at one time. I'm not saying they could have gave them the same character or whatever that, uh, but when you have that kind of talent and you couldn't do nothing, you couldn't use them to go further in your company, man. That's pretty. I mean, Brian Pillman, uh, Tom Zink was there. I mean, Tom Zink was going to be probably mid Carter at best anyway, but he was talented. Of course, Brad Armstrong. They kept on putting him, Candyman, Rackman, Bass Street, everything else. Um, they even had uh, Brad Armstrong's brother at one time, uh, Brian Armstrong. But like I said, I don't know if they could have channeled him being the road dog at that, not at that time, of course, but later on. But gosh, all that talent they had. It's, of course, Road Dog was, better as a tag team with Billy Gunn what was that group they called themselves? Three Live Crew. BG James, Road Dog, Conan, and Ron Killings, Our Truth. Three Live Crew. Uh, but yeah, I mean so yeah, what, Paul Levesque or something like that they call him there, or John Paul Levesque, some kind of wherever he was. But I mean, let's see, uh, Killer Kowalski's the one who trained him. He wrestled for his or Kowalski's International Wrestling Federation. I believe that's the company he started with. He was their heavyweight champion. He's actually a tag team champion with Perry Saturn. Um, let's see. The Baltimore Sun called him the Wrestler of the Decade in 2010. The Pro Wrestling Illustrated Awards, of course, Beauty of the Year 2000, 2004, 2009, 2013, Match of the Year with him, Chris Benoit, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 20. Um, Match of the Year 2012 at WrestleMania 28, the Hell in a Cell. Was designated Wrestler of the Decade, Wrestler of the Year 2008. Um, he was actually ranked number one in the PWI 500 in 2000 and 2009. Let's see. There we go. And let's see. Went like I said, went to he called himself Terror Rising too. Um, when he first was in that IWF promotion and the first part of his time in WCW. Then it came to the WWE. 9-time WWF WWE champion, World Heavyweight champion 5 times, Intercontinental champion 5 times, 2-time European champion, 1-time tag team champion with Shawn Michaels, World Tag Team champion 2 times, one with Stone Cold Steve Austin, 1 time with Shawn Michaels, King of the Ring, Royal Rumble winner 2002 and 2016, Road to WrestleMania Tournament 2006, 7th Triple Crown champion, 2nd Grand Slam champion. Um, First time he was in the Hall of Fame, 2019 with D, D Generation X. Um, but yeah, so he just had a career. And another thing I kind of was thinking of too was, let's see, let me get to this comment first. But I also think too, I always kind of call him the first, what do you call it? Uh, Internet darling. Because let's see, there was that time where he was part of the clique. I think everybody knows the story. Part of the clique. Um, did the Kurt Call thing. Since he couldn't punish Scott Hall or Kevin Nash because they were leaving, couldn't push. Well, I guess you could have punished Shawn Michaels, but he was a world champion at the time, so he didn't get punished. So the only person you could punish was Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And this is when he was doing his, Hunter Hearst Helmsley gimmick. Um, the aristocrat, with the um, nose stuck up the air, whatever. Before he became a DX and stuff like that. But man, he was eating a lot of crow. Um, but then he was able to form a team with Shawn Michaels, and he was managed by China at the time, his valet was China at the time, or bodyguard, what you want to call her. And all three of them formed, D Generation X. Shawn, after the WrestleMania match with Steve Austin, retired first time, and that left Triple H being the leader now of D Generation X. He had X Pac and the New Age Outlaws. China was already there, and probably the most popular segments of Raw, besides the Steve Austin and Rock, was the D Generation X stuff. Uh, and I know the internet was still kind of not like it is now with social, all the. I think the only social media really was AOL chat rooms. But he was kind of like that first internet darling. Uh, then became world champion, and he really did marry, start dating and then marry Stephanie McMahon. That's when people were kind of like, eh. The only reason he was there because he married to her. It's like, well, you people wanted it too, um, so you had that. But I remember going between the Raws and some SmackDowns where even though he was a heel, or even watching on TV, he was a heel. Um, and he'd come out and people would cheer. So people did, at least to pay an audience, would did like Triple H, and how's I going with that? So I mean, then you had the whole the Triple H Reign of Terror deal, which I'm trying to think. I mean, Randy Orton was there, but not. He still has some growing up to do. I think even he admitted to that. Um, but then you had some people who were popular for a little bit, but then fans were like, eh. Um, I mean, I always say the one person who really turned like Triple H and Randy Orton heel was Daniel Bryan. When the whole Yes movement and stuff like that, he was on that streak. Of, everybody wanted Bryan Danielson to be the champion. And all that way, I mean, he was really over with the Yes thing, and I mean, by God, that Royal Rumble, uh, number 30, Rey Mysterio came out, and the audience booed Rey Mysterio. And I don't think I don't think they were really booing him. It's just the point that they wanted Bryan Danielson. And they think that they changed that whole WrestleMania just to give the people what they want. But yeah, that's about the only person that when they went up against Triple H or Randy Orton went up against and Batista too when they went up against Daniel Bryan Danielson, the crowd booed. But yeah, so I mean, he had a long career, and now he's a uh, did the backstage thing at NXT, and people used to before AEW came along, everybody loved NXT. And now he's the one. Don't want to say the one with the pencil, but I guess the guy now who okays what goes on TV and stuff like that. Um, he's the guy right now and doing a pretty damn good job. So joking, yes, only is to put people in multiple times. It's still the same person, or some of my favorites still snub, but we can honor the same person over and over and over. Well, I mean, it's like I said, it's not the same. It's not like you putting in, you know, Triple H twice, as a singles twice. You put in DX. It's like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Free. I don't. I mean, I don't know if they're in the Hall of Fame yet, but Free. You could say they deserve to be in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, as well as Bad Company. Guess what? Paul Rogers was in Free and Bad Company. So, not sure if they would do that, but it's. Let's be honest. The only reason Jim Neidhart was able to be in a Hall of Fame was going to be in a Hart Foundation. Even in his territory days, he was either kind of the enforcer guy in like the Jimmy Hart family in Memphis, uh, and even in Mid South when he was in Mid South, I think he was more famous in Mid South teaming with Butch Reed. Um, then he was, I have to really look it up if he was if he ever did have a singles talent in Mid South. Not really sure about that. Maybe when he was in Canada, Stampede, he might held singles gold. I don't know. And they kind of do it. Well, see that because they do have like groups too that I mean, again, let's face it too. Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard would not have a Hall of Fame ring without them being included in the Four Horsemen. I wish they did. I know this is kind of to some people. I guess this is kind of ridiculous to kind of talk about because there's no physical Hall of Fame. I wish they'd go ahead and put one in somewhere. But basically, it's a time to shine. But yeah, this is going to be because Triple H, Triple X, the Generation X when they went in, it was all about the Generation X. But now it's just going to be about Triple H. He'll probably say, "Oh yeah, he was part of this," but they're going to talk about Intercontinental titles, World titles, being the game, and all that good stuff. The cerebral assassin. And I kind of was thinking about this today too when or yes yeah yesterday I guess when they talked first heard about this. Um, would you put Marty Jannetty in just for him? The only way Marty Jannetty would get a I hate to say a WrestleMania spotlight, payday, whatever, or all the above would be if he was a member, or if they put him in as a member of the Midnight Rock or Rockers. Um, and yes, I would like to see. It does suck that Sid Vicious did not and Van Vader did not get the Hall of Fame nod when they were alive, especially Sid Vicious. Okay, Van Vader, I can kind of understand his WWE career was nowhere near as good as his WCW or international, especially Japan career. Well, hell, his international, Japan, Germany, all the places he wrestled at. Uh, who else? I mean, now I think Rick Martel should be in a Hall of Fame. Now, did he ever win singles gold? But no, we're not in the WWF. Um, Now he was AWA World Champion. He was actually a WCW Television Champion. Now I think he held probably some in the Quebec territory or the Montreal territory. He might have did there as well. Not sure, but I think he should be in a Hall of Fame because guess what? A lot of people, and let's face it, um, it doesn't matter what championships you did hold. Um, well, look at Barry Windham too. Barry Windham, he's a two-time Hall of Famer. Once as a member of Four Horsemen, and once as a member of the U.S. Express with Mike Rotundo. Now, granted, could Mike Rotundo be? Yeah, I mean, let's see, even his best run in the NWA is part of Varsity Club, where he held the singles championship, uh, the NWA Television Championship, but it's all part because being part of the varsity club. Um, then IRS, but like Rick Martel, I mean, he was a two-time or yeah, 2 or 3 time WWF Tag Team Champion. But you if you talk to any, especially old school, I would say old school WWF fan, they go, "You remember the model? Yeah, Rick Martel." I mean, so his name is still out there, pretty famous. Um, and I mean, I know he kind of gave an explanation why he wouldn't want it, but they call, ask, he'll probably do it. Especially, if it's, I mean, the only person he could really get in was Owen Hart. But I get it, sort of, but um, never mind. I'll just leave that alone. I'll keep my opinion of that whole situation to myself right now. But yeah, I think Rick Martel should get in. I thought Van Vader should have got in. I still, Sid Vicious should have got in before he passed away. Um, and you gotta understand too, it's like some of those people, maybe they, I think who was it said it? I think Honky Tonk Man said it. He said, or maybe it have been Barry Windham. He said, Vince McMahon may forgive but never forgets. Uh, but then again, there's part people he had hard feeling, bad feelings for, and Sid Vicious could have been one of them. That's maybe been a reason for him not to be in. Uh, Demolition, I think they should be in. Uh, what's wrong with Nikolai Volkov? I think Iron Sheik's in there. Never mind. Uh, oh, I mean, it probably doesn't, but I think it's more meaningful for the fans. And yeah, I know who you're talking about, Nikolai Volkov. Uh, dude, Nikolai was fucking good, dude. Nikolai was fucking over as a fucking heel. Uh, go, dude, go back and watch. Which I mean, he was like any other Russian, but he had especially in the WWF, he had that little bit extra when he was trying to sing the Russian national anthem. I mean, him and Iron Sheik. I was about to say, well, I mean, as far as over, because they're very over heels. Coco Beware. Yeah, I don't understand that one. We'll never understand that one. But I mean, that's why I would, it's because of Coco Beware. I'll say, hey, uh, I mean, unfortunately, again, he won't be allowed to receive it. But Brad Armstrong, but unfortunately, they had this legacy. That's the one. That's really the part I hate. Now they announce these legacy people like Steve Williams is part of. I mean, it's like, come on. But it's Steve Doctor Death Williams. Bring a do like you did with JYD. Bring a family member and Rick Rude, family member out there. Same with Bruiser Brody. I mean, did that college clone. Yeah, see, I really, I mean, I like Coco Beware. I can't defend the whole Coco Beware. I mean, the only thing I think of is a hey, you want to come down, get a ring, get a plaque, and a payday? Oh yeah, Coco Beware be there like a pile driver. Sorry, but yeah, my opinion, of course, I had definitely had no problem. Triple H going in there by himself. Yeah, I mean that's kind of a problem too. I mean, like I said, I think the masked superstar could have been. I mean, even though he did sort of wrestle in or he did wrestle in WWF, what 82, 83. I know he had a like a brief feud with Eddie Gilbert. Um, but the only way Bill Eadie is going to be in a Hall of Fame is under uh, demolition, demolition acts, demolition mass. Here comes. I mean, same reason. Like I said, same. I mean, could have they put Mike Rotundo in or Rotunda in as a member or as IRS? Well, it's kind of like, well, I mean, the only reason, see, Scott Hall technically is a two-time Hall of Famer, one as Razor Ramon, the other one was part of NWO, like Kevin Nash and X Pac. So he went in at six and went in at six. Yeah, I mean, it, I mean, it was for a while there against the point was like, okay, too many, getting to the point where too many two-time Hall of Famers. Anyways, so yeah, that's a first inductee this year. I have no problem with it. Uh, was it something set up by his buddy and Undertaker and Stephanie? Who knows? Oh yeah, a lot of guys. That's another thing. Dreamer should be in there. Jericho. Reason Jericho's not in there right now is because he still works for AEW. And don't get me. Oh my god, don't get me started with AEW. I did. I just before probably like an hour before this, I did put up this week's AEW Dynamite recap. Oh Lord, I mean, I made it quick, but I didn't really digress into it. But this is say, uh, or if at one point that, um, um, oh come on, everybody loved the Horseman. Everybody loved the DX, the NWO. You liked them, brother. Um, yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm definitely with you on the Sid part, Invader part. You- And I've always said Tommy Dreamer should be in there. I think Rob Van Dam's in there. I don't think Sabu's in there yet. Sabu definitely needs to be in there, even though um, who, Shane Douglas. There's tons of ECW guys being there. Even though I really wasn't a fan of him. Taz. I put Taz in there and the Sandman. I wasn't a big fan. Wasn't a big fan of Taz, um, but if they're smart, I'm pretty sure they'll be in Philadelphia again at some point. They could make it a thing. That's make the times where they're in Philadelphia, put in ECW guys. But yeah, maybe if relations was a little better between AEW and WWE. Mm, some, I mean, people still remember Degeneration X. People still remember the NWO. People still, hey, any wrestling fan, you put that up, you know what it means. Put that up. Now they might think, Bullet Club, but most people know the click. Joe Hendry, wait a minute. That who said Joe Hendry's name? What's up, man? What's up, Joe Hendry? Are you gonna be in the Royal Rumble this weekend? Come on. Are you gonna be one of those surprise entrants? Val Venus? Sorry. Uh, I think he owns a pot store or a marijuana store or a dispensary or whatever you want to call it. I think he does it. He's like a godfather. He owns one of those. That dude is so fucking. I mean, he's pretty based. Let's just say that, baked and based at the same time. Go Triple H. But yeah, the Freebirds. That's another faction that people remember. Now, I can't see Demolition Incorporated being inducted in the Hall of Fame anytime soon, or uh, Hot Stuff Hyatt International, Dungeon of Doom. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, speaking of tag teams and natural disasters, it sucks that John Tenta didn't get one. Now, please, if they ever did, please do it under the natural disaster. Do not put him in as a member of the oddities. That is probably, yeah, when they really did do a bunch of factions right there in the 90s. The Los Fuencas, the Sons of the Apocalypse, or where the motorcycle gang. Yeah, I don't think any of those factions will be in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, like I said, Jericho. Maybe one day, Tony Khan gets his head off his ass. I mean, they did. I mean, they. I don't know. I would say Yeah, I think if they did call Jericho and Jericho told Tony Khan, "Oh, I'm going to do this. I don't care if you get. What are you going to do? Fire me? Fire me. I'm going to do it." I was asked. I'm going to go do it. Just like he did the Stone Cold podcast on the WWE Network. I mean, Ryan Danielson, ain't like he's on TV right now. Christian, he'll probably do the same thing. Maybe. I don't know. maybe maybe Edge, Hope, whatever, will say, dude, just go do it. Come on, man. The WWE Nation, they love you, brother. So go do it. Anyway, I think we wasted enough time on the Hall of Fame talk. Let's. Did you watch Raw? Anybody in the chat watch Raw this week? Because this kid right here deserves fucking props, man. Uh, JD McDonough doing a say moonsault, and it don't look like Ivar. I don't know if Ivar just didn't catch him properly or didn't slow him down enough, or just in the wrong spot, or it was just JD kind of overshooting him. I mean, it looked like he was in the right position, but man, his head just. I mean, look at his. I mean, I can't wish I had you can see a pointer. I guess I could put a. I'm not gonna try it right now because it wind up cutting off on me when maybe one day I'll do it when I'm doing it's a recording. But yeah, look at like if you're facing the screen, look in the picture right way his neck is right there. Let me pull the notes up here. Let's see. All right. Following a frightening incident on the January 27th episode of WWE Raw, there is an update on Judgment Day's JD McDonough. McDonough teaming with Dominic Mysterio faced off against the WWE World Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders. During the match, McDonough attempted a springboard moonsault to the outside, but the back of his neck hit the announce table. Although he continued the match, which again, any wrestler, especially get a thud like that. I mean, I'll continue on, but you're thinking, man, concussion or whatever. Yes, I will say the same thing about AEW guys. I think I said the same thing about John Moxley. He's like, well, he got his bell rung by Ray Phoenix and continued the match best he could. I was bad mouthing that referee, but the referee should have, when he was shoulders down and he was making a count, he should have just counted a three when Moxley didn't get up, or was it supposed to be its kick out? Either way, should have made a count and just it didn't matter because Ray Phoenix wound up winning that match anyway. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, although he continued the match, concerns grew as fans witnessed him collapse backstage, prompting his hospitalization. McDonough has now revealed that he suffered broken ribs and a punctured lung, anticipating recovery period of a couple months. He tweeted, "First off, thanks to everyone for the messages and the concern. I'm good. I got a couple of broken ribs and a punctured lung, so I'm going to be out for a couple months. All things considered, it could have been a lot worse, so I'm grateful for that. See you in a bit." That's why he tweeted out or X'd out or whatever you want to call it. But again, yeah, give the kid props, man, for continuing the match, and glad it wasn't worse. Just glad it was, because I remember seeing that match and I just you seen it. It's like you heard a thud. I mean, it was didn't sound good at all to begin with, but and the crowd was very appreciative. As soon as he stepped on the apron, it's going to continue the match. Uh, you know, fans gave him a pop. So uh, now he's going to be out for a couple months. I don't know if they'll remember why he was out for a couple months, because I think somebody made a statement. So I read it somewhere that the next time he comes out, he's going to get like a huge pop. But people forget, but maybe not. Maybe people, if he comes back, of course, as a heel, it's part of Judgment Day. Uh, he'll respond accordingly because I think fans now are they're fans seems like fans today are more willing to play along. It's like, okay, you want us to boo this guy? Okay, we'll boo him. Except for Hulk Hogan and a few other people. They'll say, boo too, but yeah, like I said, good thing he is okay for right now. Just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound. Let's moving right along here. As me, Jordan Grace. She is now. Uh, she has signed a multi-year contract with the WWE following her final TNA wrestling match at Genesis, where she lost to Tessa Blanchard. But there's been rumors about maybe she's going to be in the Royal Rumble. Here's what the article says: Jordan Grace aims to dispel rumors about her potential appearance in the upcoming Women's Royal Rumble match. According to Fightful Select, Grace has signed a multi-year contract with the WWE following her final TNA wrestling match at Genesis, where she lost to Tessa Blanchard. I just said that, I know. Grace has been on WWE's radar since her spots entry in last year's Royal Rumble and subsequent appearances on NXT. Uh, yeah, I remember that Royal Rumble. I mean, she got a pretty good ovation. People knew who she were. When you come out like that and people know who you are, that's that's a good way to get the radar put on you and maybe get a deal. Um, yeah, yeah. I guess you're talking. Oops. Yeah. I guess you're talking about JD. Yeah. Sometimes, sometimes the littlest things can. I mean, you're right. Sometimes the littlest thing can uh propel you to another level. I mean, look at Steve Austin. I mean, I think he was bound to be there, but we didn't know how big or I mean, especially in the WWF, would he just continue to be a mid carder? Uh, uh, been in two Royal Rumbles? No. She was in one. I think the year before last, or the the Royal Rumble before, not last year's, but the year before last. I think, or not even that year. Maybe a couple of years ago. Mickey James, who was TNA World Champion at the time. Uh, she was in the Royal Rumble, but that was kind of make up for the whole trash bag thing. But anyway, back to never know, never know what ignites a spark. I mean, Steve Austin gave that promo at the end of King of the Ring. Said Austin 316 just whooped your ass, and dude, that was organic, man. The yes thing with Brian Downs, or yeah, Brian Downs and Daniel Bryan. That was pretty organic. The best things in wrestling happens organically. Not, I mean, not to say some ideas, you know, don't work, but some of the best things that like truly got over in wrestling are the ones that start off very organically. Anyway, back to Jordan Grace. Nah, but yeah, she was on a NXT show, and she was in last year's Royal Rumble. Um, I think it was last year. Yeah, last year's. But yeah, 2 years prior, it was Mickey James. She was TNA World Champion or Women's Champion, Knockouts Champion. Excuse me, Knockouts Champion. Anyway, today Jordan Grace tweeted that she will be in Austin, Texas this weekend to celebrate her mother's 50th birthday, sharing a picture of her flight information. While this isn't a direct denial, it suggests that she won't be in Indianapolis for the Royal Rumble event. PW, PWI or PWInsider.com reported that she would be in town for the event, but did not state she would participate in the match. So, you got one person saying she's going to be in Texas with the flight ticket and everything. Um, Not exactly a short drive between Austin, Texas, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Um, so, oops. So don't think she'd be in it this year. Um, Speaking of Tessa Blanchard, I want they to try to trot Tessa Blanchard out there just to see what happens. Just to see what happens. Which I mean, maybe a few people who don't know might boo her. Uh, yeah, so yeah, one time was with Mick James, the other time was with Jordan Grace. Which I mean, like I said, she got a good reaction. Seen her in a few matches here and there, not bad. I think she'd be a good opponent for Rhea Ripley. Uh, Not only Rhea Ripley, but uh, Bianca Belair. Let's see, they have a little dynamic of a match. Probably her and Tiffany Stratton, Io Sky. Um, like I said, I don't know if she can have a good match with everybody. Yeah, that would be cool. Which I mean, yeah, that would be cool, but I bet she would still be booed. Then again, she's a heel. Um, she's freaking Tully Blanchard's daughter. Uh, but boo for the wrong reasons, not because I mean, like I said, some of those things that's been said, it's just been said. Okay, this is not like the Hulk Hogan deal where Hulk Hogan was on camera in a private conversation, but that shit don't matter. Uh, Obviously, but nobody's ever caught her on camera, audio or video, otherwise either one, saying any kind of racist remarks. And apparently, I think somebody that she closely said that to. I guess they made a they made amends and made up. Um, I think supposedly Chelsea Green says she was a bully or something like that. It's like, yeah, I mean she'll get that. Yeah, like I said, it'll be the wrong booze. Um, but like I said, I'm not saying she did say it, I'm not saying she did. I wasn't there for the conversation. She wouldn't like unlike Hulk Hogan, or Hulk Hogan was caught on tape saying stuff. Um, she wasn't. It's as much ears. And Chelsea, like I said, I think was it Chelsea Green or something like that, called her a bully or something like that, and something like that. It's like, okay, ladies, um, that's where you got to take care of your own shit in the locker room, or you know, outside the locker room. And I'm not saying you should go to fisticuffs every time, but if she's somebody's bullying you, then exactly, just on the internet gossip, which yep, must be true, must be true. Just like the rumor about Tommy Rich, he would bleach his uh, that way they mash the bleach blonde in his hair. Supposedly, internet rumors. See that probably went on before there was even the internet. But yeah, but yeah, I think uh, yeah, the whole bullying thing. It's like, gosh, I mean, yeah, you've heard about bullying in men's locker rooms, but sometimes those things didn't take care of one way or the other. I mean, like Batista. I mean, wasn't Batista kind of bullying people around, banging the one dude's girlfriend? Then he decided to play superstar with a certain Booker T, and Booker T said, "Not today, not today, sucker." Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, uh, yeah, she's dated Ricochet. She was married to a Mexican. Got the dude's name, but was married to him. She was living in Mexico. But all that started when whatever happened between her and TNA, or I don't know, she just flaked out when she was a TNA World Champion. Everybody was like, "Oh, cheering about that." The first female ever to hold a uh, world title in a company that was for she beat a man, Sammy Callahan. But then I think it's around COVID or something. Either way, something happened, and I don't know if it was her ego or whatever got in the way, and then after that happened, and she got fired from TNA. That's when all these rumors kind of started. Well, that's when those rumors got out more. They could have came out before, but it after that, that's when they kind of you know came out more. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, like I said, I understand her. If she had made those comments on video and they shamed her for it, but the whole bullying thing, that's come on, that shit you can handle. You can handle that amongst yourselves. Uh, that that has nothing to do with the fans. Let's just put it that way. I mean, like the JBL, perfect example. Uh, he was supposedly a bully. Hey, um, plenty of big boys in that locker room. Take care of it. And Joey Styles did. Speaking of the Royal Rumble, let's talk about the Royal Rumble that's happened this Saturday, live on the Peacock and on Netflix too. I do believe I read that right. It's going to be on Netflix and Peacock. It's going to be on the Flicks and the Cock. Oh, I waited all day to say that. Just kidding. That just popped in my head. But it is going to be live in. Uh, It's going to be at the Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. And did not know this. Uh, if I'm wrong, I just read this. It was on, I think it's on the Wikipedia page. That this is the first Royal Rumble not to take place during the month of January. So if you do a little research and this is wrong, let me know. Um, or let us all know. But yeah, this is the first one not to place, not to take place in January. Sounds like a lot of South great, some woman drama, kind of like the whole Britt Baker saga. Yeah, I, exactly. Yeah, I mean, if she's trouble, that has nothing to do with fans. Um, I mean, we talked about the Britt Baker thing the other day. Now she does kind of, yeah, well, all I say, I mean, I'd say if she's that injured and stuff like that, has seizures, or had a seizure, let's call it a day. Well, she gonna be make you can make six figures as a dentist in your private office, private practice, whatever. Uh, no bumps, no dealing with no dealing with drama, really. But yeah, now I think it. I mean, now if you want to, you really want to get to that TMZ type drama, it's like I think at first she had the locker room mostly behind her because I think there was like beef between her and Thunder Rosa, which meant uh, which they I guess portrayed Thunder Rosa being the bad girl in the situation. Um, that's why she kind of got eat and all that good shit. Um, but now she's not really that uh, head of that women's locker room no more because you have, I mean, let's face it, you have Mercedes Monet, you have um, Tony Storm, Ryan May, uh, Chris Statlander, you got Willow Nightingale. So yeah, uh, Britt Baker's an afterthought as far as I guess locker room leaders or yeah, women's locker room leaders. Like I said, I don't know why she would. Not sure what the whole MJF thing. She badmouthed MJF on what the hell that shit was about either. Or well, that's why. Why is that her business? Um, and so apparently she's supposedly cheated on. Again, this is internet gossip, BS. So it must be true. She cheated on him with Christian. Just kidding. I don't know if it's Christian. Just kidding. Don't sue me. But anyway, back to the Royal Rumble. So yes, it takes place Saturday, February 1st. This Saturday. Um, let's see. Now, only thing I'm seeing listed so far is four matches. So I don't know if they'll add one or two tomorrow, or yeah, tomorrow during SmackDown. But we'll just go with these four and talk about the rest, of course, next week. Let's see. It's gonna be a match for the uh, WWE Tag Team Championship. It's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, DIY, defending against the Motor Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Should be a hell of a match. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Motor Machine Gun win this one. Um, and take the titles back. That's kind of what they need. They got um, they need tag team, good solid tag team matches and actual tag teams going for the tag team gold. That's not that I'm a fan of theirs. Like I said, not a fan of the War Raiders, but at least they are a tag team. They've been a tag team for God knows how long now. So no problem at all with the thought, the concept of War Raiders being tag team champion. I'm just not a fan of War Raiders. That's just me. So yeah, um, I'll go ahead and say Motor Machine Guns win this one. Why not? Another match is going to be a ladder match. Uh, the Undisputed and the Winged Eagle Championship belts would be suspended above the ring. The official Undisputed WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes, defends against Kevin Owens. Yeah. Unless they want to really surprise us, uh, Cody's going to win this one. Maybe we'll talk about that here in a second. And we have the women's Royal Rumble. Man, this is kind of hard to judge who might win this one. What do you guys think? Who's your picks? Me, I think. Um, I got a feeling Jay Carhill might come back at this point and possibly eliminate both Naomi and Bianca Belair and may turn around and win it. Uh, my second possibility. Um, there's never been a back-to-back women's Royal Rumble winner, so Bailey. I can see Bailey win this, but I think the odds-on favorite will be Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair will win it and challenge Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. Let's see. Still waiting on Lucha Brothers. Never have been. Yeah, I've seen them in Ring of Honor. Wasn't a fan of them then. Um, wasn't a fan of them when they came to WWE. A lot of people like them, but um, unfortunately, unfortunately, not sure why. Tony Khan just won't let Ray Phoenix go. Sorry, folks. This seat's very. And I have this thing called no assitis. It's not really a sickness. I just have no ass. Uh, uh, but yeah, this chair's like I'm trying to get somewhat comfortable here. But what was I? But yeah, unfortunately, Tony Khan won't let Ray Phoenix go. He won't put him on TV either. But now I mentioned this couple times, couple weeks ago. Um, but unfortunately, well, unfortunately for Ray Phoenix, and if things keep going well for Penta, they might position Penta as a star. And won't need Phoenix. I really had Lucha Willis there, but and I always liked Ray Phoenix a little more than I did Penta. You know, I did like Penta as well, but like I said, they've been searching for that big next lucha star, which I always kind of thought Ray Phoenix. Um, which in saying that too, I think they've always thought, okay, they they're not getting what makes Rey Mysterio popular. He's that little guy that fights underneath, knows how to wrestle, fight, come back, sell as a little person, especially against people big or bigger than him. And my opinion, just judging on that aspect of it, I say your guy's Darby Allen. I've said it plenty times on this and other shows too. Darby Allen's that guy. I need to do another forbidden. I need to do another card. Either Forbidden Door or Survivor. I think I was supposed to do Survivor Series, but didn't do Survivor Series. The fantasy booking thing. Because the next one will definitely have Darby Allin against Rey Mysterio. I don't know. That might be too much of a styles clash. Not the move. You know. But anyway, my opinion, you want that small guy who can get over. He's got the gimmick, got the half painted face. He can sell that shit to kids. Um, might have to tone it down a little bit. You ain't gotta kill yourself in every match. But yeah, now back to the Royal Rumble. See, folks, I just shoot off and digress and other shit now. But yeah, unfortunately for Phoenix, he might be coming in too soon. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Penta in PWG, but still, it's like, uh, Phoenix still has that. I mean, Penta's got that it quality too. So that's going to be, or not it factor. I mean, even though he's in the mask and everything, I mean, he's just got that, still got the charisma beyond that mask. Yeah, that exactly that it factor, personality, and connects with fans. So, unfortunately for Ray Phoenix, he might be just left out in the dust. Um, because like I said, Tony Khan, for what I mean, I think he's healthy now. Maybe I don't know, but he won't. He because of the injury or whatever, they won't. He won't let him out. He wants that extra time or whatever. And I get it. And okay, because I know Vince McMahon did it with Rey Mysterio. Um, oh, Rey Mysterio, yeah. But anyway, um, what was I going here? Anyway, um, yeah. Vince McMahon did that with Rey Mysterio because Rey Mysterio spent a lot of time on the shelf with injuries. So when his contract is up, say, hey, you kind of owe us a few days or a few dates here before you go on, you know, for you being sidelined. But at least Vince McMahon put him on Rey Mysterio on TV, put other people over, then let him go. Tony Khan's not doing that with Ray Phoenix. He's just not doing nothing. Not put them on TV or anything. So at least you can put them on TV, put a few people over, um, then let them go to the Federate WWE. But like I said, if Penta keeps getting over and Triple H gets a liking to him and he can prove he can sell merch, then sorry, Ray Phoenix. Uh, Triple H and the WWE don't need a Lucha Brothers. They got Penta, and off the races he goes. But yeah, like I said, if they was looking for yeah, Penta be that next big time lucha star. But the one thing that people really liked about Rey Mysterio was he was that underdog guy. Penta's not really that underdog guy. Uh, no, he's not the top, but he's not 5'5" either. Penta's what about 5'10" maybe, if that. Um, barely just a smidge taller than Chad Gable, maybe a couple inches, few inches taller than Chad Gable. Um, or do I need to rewatch that match? Seemed like Penta was a little taller than Gable. But anyway, um, like I said, Penta's not that underdog. I mean, Lucha Star, yes. Lucha Star, as in like an Eddie Guerrero, since Eddie Guerrero would see Eddie Guerrero had that it factor, the personality, connects with fans and stuff like that. Now, he won't be doing the Eddie Guerrero stuff. He'll be doing Penta stuff because he's Penta, and that's the only comparison you make is this star quality, having that it factor. But Penta's Penta. It can go on. He probably can go on if say they do push him to the moon. Them being WWE with Penta, then he'll be just Penta. Penta will have his own thing, uh, and go on to be that. People saying there's not going to be nobody like Penta. Like there's nobody going to be like Eddie Guerrero, and there hasn't been. Not even Chavo Guerrero Jr. Not Little Trooper. Oh, so yeah, Penta's 5'11". Yeah, I thought he was around 5'10", 5'11". Um, so he's not short guy. I mean, you give him some, which I would kind of screw up his game. But yeah, not everybody's there 6 foot tall, But I mean, if he has to go up against somebody bigger, like Roman Reigns or whatever, then I mean, Roman is not that much. I mean, he's kind of big. Uh, or if he's got to go up against, say, uh, that's what the internet says. It won't lie. Well, okay. Like if you look at Wikipedia, they'll actually say build height, build weight. So when they say that, you kind of go, okay, it's 20 easily can knock off a couple inches. But like I said, he's not short and small like Rey Mysterio or Darby Allin. In other words, Penta's regular size. Let's just say that. But uh, but yeah, Penta. like I said, Penta could be that next big big lucha star. Now back to roll. Yeah, so we kind of all saying here we that Charlotte's gonna be one and wins the women's roll. Oh shit. Nice. Oh man. Oh well. I do need that screen. Yeah, somehow I deleted my note, or not deleted, but I I closed out my notes. But oh, ask Google, not Wikipedia. So Google probably said 5'11", without no, without saying build. Like Google said 5'11", or 5 feet 11 inches tall. Or did that say anything? Or did you didn't do the talk thing? Did you do the talk thing? Did it talk back to you, or uh, just you want? Hey Google, how tall is Penta? And it just the words 5'11". I like for it to talk back to me. Here you go. If you want to hear some corny jokes, go. Hey Google, tell me a joke. All right. And of course, let's get back to the Royal Rumble here. And we of course have the men's Royal Rumble. I hope it's not. It's anybody but Sami Zayn. I think it's Sami Zayn is a talent, but I just don't like Sami Zayn. I mean, I'm not a fan of Sami Zayn. So anybody but him, I'll riot in my living room. Just kidding. I'm not. Now, definitely not going to be The Rock. The Rock, I think he's already said he's not going to be in this year's WrestleMania. Maybe they'll do Roman Reigns versus Cody Part 3. Or they had a pretty good little face off there this Monday. Uh, I mean, I'm thinking it's going to be CM Punk. I mean, odds on favorite, CM Punk. Uh, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. I can dig it. And no offense to the little punksters out there. Uh, hope Cody wins against CM Punk. I mean, nothing against CM Punk to talent. I like CM Punk the talent, but it's now time to. I mean, he won the feud against Drew McIntyre. Won the one and only singles match between him and Seth Rollins. Now it's time to put somebody over there, Punk. And uh, why not it be Cody Rhodes? Yeah, he's a. Well, now, let's, let's knock on wood about that. Um, because remember, I used to say, Punk and Brian Danielson is kind of the same thing. They wrestle 2 or 3 matches, something breaks, they get injured, and they gotta not wrestle for a while. But he did do that 3 matches with Seth Rollins. I think 3 different premium live events with Seth Rollins, or not Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. Uh, he took a little time off. I mean, not take didn't take a year off, didn't take 5 months off or anything like that. Um, didn't have the one match with Seth Rollins. And I don't know if he's had house show matches or not. Uh, yeah, I think he has. Now that I think about it, but I think the one footage I've seen, uh, it was like a 6-man tag or a tag team match. Do they really? I mean, he was on Raw, still got good response. Um, mm, yeah, I mean that is a problem. I mean, they should have this had Seth Rollins turn heel. I mean, the best heel right now, in my opinion, in the WWE is Drew McIntyre. And he's doing it so. I mean, he's doing it so well. It's like, even though he's the heel, the bad guy, he's like, he don't feel that he's the heel, the bad guy, and he gives you reasons that he's justifying his own actions, but not in a good way. But doesn't deliver in a good way. Uh, Gunther, he's not full fledged babyface. It's just people cheer him. People, okay, okay. Remember what I was talking about Triple H? Now sometimes, uh, Triple H when he comes out, he would, especially during that time. Uh, yeah, Seth should be a heel. I don't know why he's still playing babyface. Um, I mean, Seth is a heel when he's facing Punk, because in that one match between him and Punk, people were behind Punk. They weren't singing with Seth. They weren't singing Seth's song. Thank freaking God. That gets annoying. But now when it was Gunther in, in the promo that was doing on Monday night, this past Monday, Gunther was a heel and Seth was a babyface. But now when Logan Paul got in there, nobody liked Logan Paul. And Gunther, he can deliver on that mic, but I mean, entertaining, and people pop for it. Is like sorry Seth, I changed my mind. I want Logan Paul to win so I can smack that smirk off his face. And yes, please don't let me Logan Paul either. But yeah, I think it's gonna be Punk. Yeah, I don't care for Sami Zayn. Just don't. Can care less. Kind of getting old of get old of this. Um, his, I guess, tribute to Mick Foley in a way he does promos and like, oh, I've been up the road. I had a fight on top. Blah blah blah. It's like, dude, seriously, you're one of Triple H. I mean, let's face it. Uh, Sammy is a Triple H guy, like Kevin Owens, Triple H guy, like DIY. I think they're a couple of his favorites too. Um, but no, I mean, I'm pretty sure Sammy's. Nice guy. That's not fair. I mean, he's a good wrestler in the ring. I just don't care for him. Can care less. If he retired tomorrow, I don't think it's going. I don't think it's going to hurt the WWE one bit. He can find out how much of a big star he is. He can leave WWE, go to AEW. Hell, he puts a little mask on. El Generico. I watch this. He'll do that, and AEW Dynamite start doing $1 million rate or 1 million viewers a week, just because I made fun of it. But but yeah, but yeah. Let's talk about fun stuff. You want to talk about fun stuff? Who is looking forward to the did you have you seen the anybody in the chat? Have anybody seen the promo yet for WWE 2K25? Yeah, I mean that's like I said, it could be rumor in any window. Started by Jim Cornette. I mean he was their boss. And hey, I mean again, look at Kevin Owens. Okay, look at Kevin Owens in Ring of Honor. What kind of shape he was, or what kind of shape he was in Ring of Honor. And Jim Cornette said, "Look, we're gonna put the strap on you. Do us a favor. Go take some time, lose some weight." Didn't want to do it, and Lord and behold, I guess he finally took somebody's advice because he said lost a lot of weight since those Ring of Honor days. Now he's not, a body guy. He's just not going to be that. Yeah, me too. Go buy us one. Actually, well, yeah. For some reason, I caught myself looking on Best Buy, and Best Buy has them for, well, not $800 or more, but 400 or $900. I forgot how much they were, but they dropped down to around 450 now. I mean, I want one because I want one. Damn it! I want a Nintendo Switch as well. But yeah, speaking of video games, in case you didn't know, uh, it's it's getting by that time. Let me get to the right thing here. There we go. So let me shrink this up so I can see. Um, what happened here? Oh, I guess I gotta do it this way. All right. Now how's that look? There we go. All right. Check it out. There we go. So, yep, there we go. It was announced Monday. Roman Reigns is your superstar, cover superstar, whatever you want to call it, of WWE 2K 2025. This is, I guess, this okay. Second time being the cover star. I think he had to share that with his first time he was the cover star. He had to share that with Becky Lynch. But oh, how much you want the Switch for? But I want to tell you what, Joe. If I ever get monetized on YouTube, the second thing I'll buy is both of us a PlayStation 5. So yeah, one, need those 1,000 viewers and uh watch hours. Come on, share with your friends. See, this is gonna be a second thing. I told my younger sister that the first thing I would buy with my uh YouTube money will her is her a retro Nintendo. So I had to buy that first. The second thing I'll buy was me and Joe here a PlayStation 5. There we go. But yeah, man, I thought the trailer looked pretty good. Looks like it's gonna be looks like it's gonna have a hell of a roster. I haven't seen what the roster have they officially have they officially announced the roster yet? Because supposedly it's gonna be I guess like every other year, chock full of current stars of SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. And was that Road Warrior Hawk he kept on spearing too? Like his gear, his hairdo. Could have been wrong, but um, but yeah, it's supposed to have a lot of legends in it. Hopefully, it's not the same old legends that's they have on every year. Come on, bring the Freebirds back in there. Midnight. I guess a lot of it's probably going to have to do with who's all going to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure they'll do the same old thing. Have like four different Triple H's, five different Undertakers. Cover boy Roman Reigns, probably two or three different Roman Reigns. Probably the NXT version and the Shield version. But yeah, like I said, trailer looked pretty good. Uh, but yeah, like I said, uh, share this with friends and get them to subscribe and watch my shit. I've heard a few names. I think they get from the trailers. Yeah, that did look like at least one. Look like Road Warrior that Roman Reigns got spearing or punching and whatnot. But definitely looking forward to it. Um, that's kind of like the one game I do buy every year. Uh, oh, so okay, well, that's good. And I guess they'll incorporate different DLCs and I mean I could have done with that. I could have done with that. Done without that Pat McAfee DLC. And sometimes I can deal with that Pat Mac. I don't know. He's not too bad. It could be worse. We still got fucking Michael Cole. Not a fan of Michael Cole. Anyway, it's getting to be that time, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Yeah, I need to get off here, set things up, or schedule tomorrow night's live stream, which is Wrestling Gold Friday night, where we talk about the good old days of professional wrestling, back when wrestling was wrestling. Wrestling was real. Damn it. Um, yeah, that was a waste. The Pac Mac. They always have a couple wastes on there. Yeah, Buddha was cool. Yeah, I think I read somewhere. Like I said, apparently, supposedly this was from Jim Ross that they had the when Muda was first in NWA WCW when he was managed by Gary Hart that they had uh, I think everybody was on board. Um, I think Jim Ross went to Jim Herd. Jim Herd was on board with it. Uh, he didn't mention Ole Anderson. I want to say not. There's I heard another Ole Anderson story about another uh, star this week. But anyway, Jim Herd was on board, but supposedly it was Gary Hart that cut that off. Gary Hart got in Muda's ear, said, "Nah, you need to stay a heel. Uh, that'll ruin your career and stuff like that." And Muda didn't. Said, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good being a heel." So, and that's especially in the last few years. Even before I, ventured off and doing YouTube, it's like, man, how much money could that do to? How big of a star would he been in the U.S. if he stayed here and he turned him babyface and uh, did the same thing he did in Japan. Became Kenji Muto. Then when he had kind of like how Finn Balor at first did the whole Demon Balor thing. Um, oh yeah, eh. You talking about the meant like the action figures in the video game? Yeah, I could do that too. Without that too, it doesn't add or take away anything. Use up space, I guess, like you said, kind of like you said about the Pat McAfee deal. But yeah, remember a few weeks back we watched Stampede Wrestling, and there was a guy on there named Steve Strong who also wrestled as Steve DeSalvo. Well, supposedly, uh, well he was sprung in WCW. Ole Anderson brought him in, thought he was going to be a big star and stuff like that. Seeing him use another gimmick, um, I think in Puerto Rico or something like that, say, hey, I think that gimmick get over here. So Ole Anderson brought him in like 3 weeks. They fired Ole Anderson and Dusty Rose became Booker and fired him. Fired Steve Salvo because he was the Ole Anderson guy. So there's the Ole Anderson story I heard this week. But yeah, anyway, like I said, when I get out here, I got a tomorrow night slash stream to set up or schedule. Got some stuff to pack away here and get ready to go home tomorrow. Um, like I said, appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody for viewing this week. And for those of you who are watching the not live portion, watch the replay. Appreciate you watching as well. Like I said, looks like yeah, they start make some money off this because I got 3 game systems to buy. I got to buy my sister a Nintendo Retro system and 2 PS5. Um, so keep those. If you watch this, yeah, subscribe. Watch the shit out of my stuff. Anyway, uh, again, one more time, appreciate everybody watching. Everybody have a good one. Take it easy, and until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show Livestream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show Livestream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and want to hear how